Hi, Monday afternoon, Skylar here. And you know how I said I was going to stop reading last night? Of course, that was a lie. Some more stuff went down. Some really gross stuff went down. I'm definitely going to be talking about this last chapter that I read. You kind of see how all of these are kind of spaced apart kind of evenly. That last chapter had 3. That's right, 3 tags in one chapter. And 3 tags usually just spanned about 124 to 56, so 50 or so pages for each of them, kind of, give or take. That last chapter had 3. So I'm going to be jumping in to kind of give context to what's going on, since this vlog is kind of a little thrown together. Could you tell that I haven't done one of these before yet? Yeah, so Friday morning started off with some good old-fashioned yoga out in the sun. After the morning yoga, you have to make your reading tea, and that's exactly what I did. I made tea, and then I read. Yeah. after this little reading excursion, I took a little break to do some writing. I got a page and a half done, which is better than what I've been doing the past weeks, which is 0 words, 0 pages, so that's pretty cool. And then I took another break from that writing because I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere and decided to work on a project that has been taking me probably a year and a half now, and that is knitting a big old blanket. I'm going to keep reading it once I get ready for bed here. Yeah, I read a horror book, I almost said movie, before I go to sleep. So yeah, expect another update for tomorrow morning. I honestly think it's going to be the same as today. I'll probably do my thing that I wanted to do right now tomorrow. Have it ready for you to go on Sunday. If I get off my butt to do it. Okay, have a good night, everybody. Wait. Ta-ta for now. Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Yes, who's still not out of bed?
Now, even though I had a kind of late start, I still got myself out of bed and did, instead of a morning yoga, I did a late afternoon yoga. Pretty much the same as what you saw before, so I'm not going to bore you with that. And then came the important part of the day, though, was making the coffee. Alrighty, so this was the part of the vlog where I was going to talk about what I'm going to be reading after I'm done reading. Honestly, the rest of another book's worth of pages in it, I am at 854 right now. I have 200 or so pages left, so that's a whole book worth right there. So I was going to talk about what I was going to read after that, but the video material that I had was not good. So I'm here jumping in to do it for Past Me. You're welcome, Past Me. So the first book that we're going to be reading after it, I'm very excited. It is my book of the month book that I talked about in another video. It is Valentine by Elizabeth Wetmore. If you didn't catch my last video, when I kind of did the unboxing for my book of the month that I got here, it's about in the 1970s. The oil industry is coming to, or like the next oil boom is coming to this small town in Texas, and all of the women are like, that's bringing violence, I don't know. So it's a tale about kind of the empowering power of women. So that's going to be my next one that I'm going to be reading. And I haven't read an Agatha Christie book since I was in 10th grade. I read her And Then There Were None. I had to do that for school, and I completely loved it. I've been wanting to read more of Agatha Christie's work for a long time now, and I finally got off of my butt and bought one of her books. Although it is not a mystery, it is a really spooky tale. See, I'm kind of like doing spooky, then not spooky, then spooky, then not spooky with my reading that's going to be coming up here. But the book that I got from her is called The Last Seance, Tales of the Supernatural. So it's just a collection of stories she wrote about like spooky things like ghosts and seances, of course, and stuff with that. Like I said, it's not a mystery, but it is written by Agatha Christie, which I want to try reading more of her stuff, and I thought that this would be a good kind of delve into one of her stories, because although they're all standalone, some of them follow like certain characters, which I want to jump into at some other point, but I'm starting with The Last Seance here first, and then we'll see if my collection will start growing after that. And then the last book that's on my kind of to read, for right now at least, it's a book that I don't have, but I could find it at the library because that's where I found it first. I forgot what it is. Let me pull it up. There it is. All right. It's called Girls Burn Brighter by Shobha Rao. I don't know how to pronounce it. I feel bad. But basically it's about, it takes place in India and then part in America. So it's kind of about these two girls and how even though they're kind of separated by miles and countries and continents, really, the power of their love for each other doesn't break. And it's just kind of a nice story with that. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. But I have really been interested in a lot more Indian type literature ever since I had to read one for school last year. And so I thought that book might be a nice, interesting one for me to pick up there. So this is future/present me jumping in with my to be read list for, I don't know, for the next few months. Depends on how long it'll take me to get through it. So we're going on with the reading then. That's basically all I did on Saturday was read. That's all I basically did was read. So Saturday came and passed without much happening. I woke up late, so I didn't get to do a lot besides just do a little bit of the reading that I did. Sunday came, I made my coffee that I usually do. Basically same videos as before. I didn't do any reading because Sundays are my streaming days over on twitch.tv/SkyTana the Great. So that's what I did on Sunday. I started to just get ready, tried to deal with some technical difficulties that seem to riddle my life wherever I go. So that's what I did then. And yeah. So as you can see, I just finished streaming. And guess what I'm gonna be doing now? That's right, I'm going to finish up my coffee that is now a little bit cold. And by a little bit cold, I mean it is practically iced coffee by now. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading. I am now 68% of the way, according to Goodreads the last I checked. So I'm getting close to the end, and it is revving up. So I'll see you in another update, maybe, if I decide to. Yeah. Okay guys, something's going on right now. It's going down a road where I know King can go down, and I'm just getting uncomfy. Ugh, something's happening, folks. It wasn't what I was thinking, thank goodness. But the way that he wrote it, one could think that something else was going to happen. And what did happen happened in a very creepy way. Just a quick hot take. I hate Eddie's mom. She's the worst human being, like, ever. Just a quick hot take. So that's about does it. About around that time, I kind of quit for the day. Then I came back to reading right before bed, and that's when I almost vomited in my mouth from the words that were on those pages, because that was one of the worst chapters that I have ever read in my entire life. Not worse as in like badly written. It was written too well, I think, because I have never almost gotten sick before from reading something. And a lot of instances in this book make me squirm, like just the idea of it. There's a lot of mentions of, like, of course, when this isn't, I don't think this is spoilers, but if it is, I guess spoilers. It happens like right in the beginning of the book, though. When Stan kills himself, he like describes how the cuts are in his arms. That, of course, makes me like squirm, because like any type of that is like, ugh. But something worse happens really later on in the book, like I explained at the beginning of the video. So that's what happened, the end. And that kind of wrapped up my weekend experience. They're not always all like that. It's kind of like a little wonky weekend because, you know, not working. So I'm always just at home and stuff and things. But if you enjoyed watching this little experiment that I did, please let me know, and let me know if you want to see anything else like this. I had a lot of fun actually doing this, a lot of fun shooting the videos and doing the editing. It's really cool to be back into doing some of this editing stuff that I did and wanted to do in high school that I kind of dropped out of. So that was cool. And thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more bookish things. Come on over to the Twitch, twitch.tv// Skytana the Great for your video game needs. And I think that will be it for me today. I'm going to keep reading so that I can get to my other things on my list. Thank you guys, and we'll see you sometime later. Peace out and goodbye.